Well, Russia's top diplomat Sergei Lavrov is in China for talks on the war in Ukraine, bilateral ties and the situation in the Asia-Pacific region. Now, the Russian foreign minister will talk with his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi, and issues of discussion will include cooperation in international organizations such as the UN and at G20. Now, at the same time, though, the U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is also in China from April 4th to 9th. Putin is expected to visit China in May for talks with Xi Jinping in what could be Kremlin chief's first overseas trip of his new presidential term. Moscow and Beijing declared a no-limits partnership in February 2022 when Putin visited Beijing just days before Russia launched an invasion into Ukraine. It triggered the deadliest land war in Europe since World War II. Hit with sanctions that closed access to Western markets and finances after sending its troops to Ukraine, Russia has since become China's fastest-growing trade partner. President Xi, in a call with Putin last month, said both sides should resolutely oppose interference in domestic affairs by external forces, an apparent dig at the U.S. The Chinese Vice Foreign Minister Sun Weidong said bilateral ties were at their best in history when he met his Russian counterpart in Moscow last month. The U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, meanwhile, met with the Chinese central bank governor in Beijing on Monday. One day earlier, on Sunday, Yellen sent a message of mutual cooperation at a meeting with the Chinese Premier Li Qiang. She highlighted the improvement in relations since her visit to China last year, while recognizing that major differences remain. Yellen turned to the broader U.S.-China relationship in the meeting with Li, one of China's top leaders. She has focused on trade and economic issues during much of her visit to China.
While we have more to do, I believe that over the past year, we've put our bilateral relationship on a more stable footing. This is not meant ignoring our differences or avoiding tough conversations. It has meant understanding that we can only make progress if we directly and openly communicate with one another.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.